व्यासं वीरयेत् नष्टप्रयेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरञ्जस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाके चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। ये कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति विकास स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So again we are continuing the Stri dharma Paddhati, the dharma for ladies. Dharma means the duties, the main duties for ladies. So as we discussed last week, this week we are going to speak about the internal and external cleanliness for ladies. Internal cleanliness is by bhakti, by devotional service, which we are always discussing. The external cleanliness is about how a woman handles her, like how she handles her menstrual times, all these things. So last week we discussed about how personally a woman should be very clean. Before she enters the kitchen, she should take bath, and in a clean mind and in a clean body, we should enter the kitchen. And in kitchen, we are not supposed to eat, or we are not supposed to speak, or while cooking, we should meditate on the Lord and cook. And definitely we are not going to taste the food before offering it. All these things we all know. But modern ladies who are working and who are not devotees, they don't know all these things. Now we want to learn more how we can make rules for this menstruation. So here what the Shastra says, how we have to handle this in this modern age, what Prabhupada gave us, all these things we are going to discuss. This menses, the monthly periods, is a curse on women, right? Which we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, that the Indra's sin was divided into different places. One is the women. So women should not feel bad about this. This is the nature, and also women is mentioned. Women is created for procreation. So this, in health-wise, if we see that menstruation is a purification for a woman's body. Similarly, in a spiritual sense also, it purifies our senses, sins. So this period, how we can calculate this period, a question arises with every woman. The answer is, as long as the flow is there, then it is contamination. Why it is considered as contamination? Many modern women are not able to understand this. Why it is contamination? The first question is, it is natural, why we should uh, we considered it as a contamination. Some people, in some places they say that until you get married, you are contaminated. But after marriage, after your childbirth, you become normal. Some families, they feel like that. Whether one is married or unmarried, periods is contamination, means contamination. So how long it comes, that much the contamination remains. We speak about the Shastra, why it is said that it is contamination. Because during we all devotees, we know that if we pass stool, we have to take bath. If we pass urine, we have to wash the private parts and wash the hands and wash the mouth. Hands and legs and mouth. Some people, for pujaris, it is a different rule. For family people, if we pass urine, we have to wash the private part, wash hands, wash legs, and take water and wash the mouth also. For urine. For toilet, one has to take bath. Similarly, this is for both men and women. Similarly, for if somebody is, some women is undergoing menstrual period, they have to remain separated from all activities because it is a resting period. That time, health-wise, the women undergoes a pain and also it is women, according to Ayurveda, women are advised not to do any physical work. That time is a resting time. Resting time, and she has to sit in a separate place and relax, don't do any work. For devotees, chanting is a must because chanting is not contaminated by anything. Like if the devotees are advised not to do any devotional deity worship. Devotional service, main devotional service is chanting. That is not stopped in any stage. So for this chanting also, some Matajis, they have different beads, rather Tulasi beads. Or if some Matajis have Tulasi beads, they wash it after they complete everything, they wash it. Some they chant in the counter. So some they use neem beads, rather Tulasi beads. They have separate beads for menstruation. So the standards you keep. There are different standards again. So according to Shastra, women should not touch anything. Women should not go out. So this was there when the Vedic tradition was there. So in the Vedic, in the olden age, in the olden time, maybe even during my parents' time, not my time. My time, my houses were very small. We don't have separate room at all. But still we had a simple corner. We have to go and sit in that corner. We are not supposed to touch anything. As the days passes on, the women started hiding it, and we started working, going out. So all these things were not publicly told. Like in a house, if some woman is menstruating, everybody knows. Then later in modern trend, so it becomes like that one should not know it. In the olden days, they had a separate area. The family was very big, and so women go into that area and nobody knows. They are separately sitting and they're eating, and the eating plate, glass, beddings, cloths, everything is separate. Everything is separate, and that girl should remain aloof till her menses completes. Then third day or fourth day or fifth day, whenever she completes it, that day she has to take oil bath. She has to apply three oils together and on the body. Then she takes a complete bath, then enters into the house. So why it is said that she should sit separately, rest separately? That period is a very sensitive period. She remains very fragile, and when she is when a woman is menstruating, lots of negative energy is coming out. So it is not auspicious. So she has to maintain that, and then like in then she's not fit to, because it is like, as I said, when somebody passing stool, they are contaminated, but after passing stool, they take bath. But here in menstruation, it continues for 2-3 days. So those 2-3 days or 5 days, she has to remain aloof. And because it is so much negativity, even if she should not be visible by anybody else. She should not see mostly. She should avoid seeing, mixing with people, loud laughing, and like that. Any social occasions, marriage, functions, festivals, all these things, she should be aloof from all these things, because if she is there, then it is contaminated. And she is not supposed to do any deity worship. She cannot go to any temple. So all these things are there because it is a contamination time. The smell is there. Some health-wise also it is very contaminating. That's why this rule is given to her. And this is the time where she can take complete rest. According to Ayurveda, she is not supposed to touch water also. I have seen some Matajis, they go and take bath the same day. For example, if somebody is got their periods around midday or evening or night, I have seen them that they go at that time and take head bath, and they become normal. They say that by seeing, we go and take head bath, means full bath, and then they become normal. Like that, they say no. By taking bath, the menstruation doesn't stop. As long as it is flowing, one is contaminated. So better you don't take head bath, because Ayurveda says even taking bath is not good for is not good for health. So that's why they said that 3 days you be alone only. Don't touch anything. Don't take bath. Don't touch water. That's the instruction given to ladies. But in the modern age, this is difficult. We cannot remain without going out, without taking bath. One can take bath, basic bath, quick bath, and then remain aloof. And I have seen, so this practice of touching and working is very detrimental to health, for ladies' health. So if somebody is able to follow, if you are living in a joint family where your mother-in-law or sister-in-law or anybody else can cook for you, you can do that. Or if your husband is very expert in cooking, or if he can manage those 3 days, women can remain alone. But now the challenge is, most of us are having nuclear family, and the husband is having a very tight work schedule. Even if he knows cooking, how to manage the time is a big challenge, right? So in some families, the husband has to do all the work and also cooking, also working. It becomes too much load on him. That some men are managing, that they can cook, they can manage house. That is good. So you follow this high standard that the Mataji sits in one corner and she doesn't do anything. the next rule can be this way, that that's why we normally suggest we are not supposed to have deities at home. Deities are only for the temple, because in temple only we will be able to maintain a very high standard. In house, maintaining a standard will be very, very difficult in nuclear families. So what can be the option? Because women cannot, the menstruating women cannot cook. I have seen some families, they buy from hotels, even devotees. Huh? So my question is, in the hotel, maybe some very bad people may be cooking. Then better that your wife cooks at home. I don't understand this logic. I have seen some devotees, they buy without onion garlic from outside and then eat, because wife is in menstruation. I feel that standard, wife cooking is better than getting food from outside. So better you, some places we suggest that the wife cooks, though she is in the periods, menstrual periods. But once it is taken out from fire, she should not touch it. Like that, then or the mental offering can be done, or the husband offers it. If they don't have Shalagram or Radha Krishna or deities, they can offer it to the Lord. But as much as possible, if husband should learn cooking, and if husband is able to cook simple also, that is the best standard. If not the hotel standard. And some places I have seen that some families, they have some mutual understanding with the neighbors. And the neighboring, if the neighbors are very good, have very good understanding, when this woman is in periods, that woman cooks for both the family. If that woman is in periods, this woman cooks. Like that, some understanding is there. I have seen that also in my life. But if you are not able to reciprocate with that family, but demanding that this family cooks for me always, that will not work out, right? If we don't have a good understanding with your neighbor family, and the neighbor family is cooking for me always, will not work out, right? So some standard we have to find out. Some standard we have to find out. So once I was in one Brahminical Brahmin apartment. For that time, I was having my son very small. My husband was out of country. So I was alone. But my neighbor, Mataji, was a devotee, and she is a Brahmin also. So she used to take care of me. Especially those days, she used to come and dress my deities and bring 3 times prasadam. So that opportunity and that kind of burden, we cannot now, in a modern sense, we cannot keep it on our neighbor's family. Sometimes if you are lucky, you may get some nice devotees who can do that help for you. Otherwise, what the other devotees are suggesting is that you cook, and then after your period is over, then you clean everything. You clean everything in the sense that purify the house by Ganga water or cow urine or turmeric water. Okay. So some more rules, like in case what if we go to temple, if we go to pilgrimage and we get periods. Many young girls, they used to ask me this question, because they didn't plan. Sometimes periods will not be so correct. Some ladies, they get exactly the date, so that they don't go in pilgrimage. But sometimes 1 week before it comes, 1 week after it comes, some changes, when it happens, then it is very unexpected what to do in such situations. Once what happened, I was in a very conservative temple area, and one girl came to me and started crying. That was the Rath Yatra time. And then I asked, why you are crying? She said, I came here for Rath Yatra. After coming here, I got periods. Now what will I do? And she told one Mataji, and that Mataji started scolding her as if she committed a big, great mistake. This is nature. Then I said, don't cry. Don't cry. You remain separate from the group of, it's a big crowd. Now, who is going to notice you? You just remain aloof. She cannot go back home also because she came with a party. And she cannot stay in one place also because Rath Yatra is moving. And she is very much morose. She was crying, eyes are red. I said, this is the time you should not cry and feel bad. Okay, relax. Just when such unexpected thing happens, you keep yourself aloof from things. That's all. You don't be very active. Don't go in front. Don't see that the brahmacharis, sannyasis, and other people are seeing you. You cover nicely like this, and then go alone. Go aloof. Like that, I suggested. So sometimes unexpectedly such things happens. What to do if you have a pure silk saree? If you have a pure silk saree, that every time you should not use this. That you can wear. And our ISKCON temples, one benefit is that you can take darshan from distance. So you wear pure silk saree and you can take darshan from distance. You can take prasadam. The main point Shastra says is that when a woman is menstruating, nobody should see her. That's the rule is there, because others get negative, their aura gets disturbed. That's what it is said. Their health get disturbed. Even the husband is not supposed to see the menstruating wife. So that is the very high standard given by Shastra, and it has meaning because their health get affected, their aura gets disturbed. So that's why these rules are given. But nowadays, no joint family, nobody to help. In that case, we will follow as much as possible. As much as possible, you fix a standard, you understand that this disturbs the health, this is contamination. So I will follow as much as possible. So, but health point also you should note is very good, because if some ladies are very fanatic and they take head bath during periods. During periods, if you take head bath, that it is very bad for health. Very, very bad for health. Not too fanatic. So as much as possible, you try to follow the health points also, because and mainly one point I really wanted to tell you is that using these sanitary napkins, it is very, 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 very bad. Now only, because I have completed my things. But now only I came to know that how bad it is for the health of ladies. And how bad it is for the environment. Imagine that we have so many women in the world, and each of them using so many pads which is not recyclable, and they throw it out, and how much it is very bad for the environment also. In olden days, we used the cloth, but now different things are coming which are all very, 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 very bad for health. Very bad for health. So some naturopathy people are suggesting that you make your own pad. Buy proper nice cotton from the pharmacy and then wrap that with a band-aid cloth and then use homemade napkins. Or use cloth, simple cotton clothes are very, very nice, very easy to handle, and that is good. But if somebody is working, somebody is traveling, that time also you can make nice quality homemade napkins and use, but the commercial ones are very, very bad for health. Women's health is very affected because of these commercial napkins. That many researches people are doing on this, and then they are suggesting that you, as much as possible, use homemade ones. And also the ladies' menstrual pads, if it is thrown outside, it is not good for the ladies' health. Also, they are saying that using that, some negative energy may come into you. So what generally suggested is you take that pad and wash it, then you put it in a plastic this thing and throw. Properly wash it. So if throwing that in the outside is very bad for women also. Because if some women's sanitary napkin is taken, and it is possible that some negative energy, some negative people may misuse her. Some black magic or negative energy, these things may approach her, may spoil her. So that's also another reason. It is said that these things should be disposed properly. So these things, keeping these things in mind, we can be very safe. We can be very safe and use a homemade one. If you are not a working woman, if you are not going out anywhere, as much as possible, use homemade ones. Some more lights on this topic. Like in olden days, if a thief wants to steal from or make a robbery in the temple, and he take a woman's period cloth inside the temple. When he enters inside the temple, the deity in the temple goes away. This the thief? No. Because this is so contamination, the Lord will not be there in the temple. This I heard. So they go with the period cloth so that the deity will not be there, so that he will steal. That is the dharma of thieves. The thieves also have some techniques to do such mistakes, some criminal acts. So altogether, I have seen some Western devotees, but they say that this is normal. We should do services in the temples. Temple service should not stop. I have seen some Matajis. They come to temple, they make garland, they do deity worship, they do deity service, all these things. But that services are not allowed, accepted by the Lord. That is not accepted, not at all accepted. Because then, as I said, the Lord may not be there. He may disappear from there. Because internal and external cleanliness is very, very important in deity worship. That's why normally it is suggested that very high standard of Shalagram or Radha Krishna or deities of bigger sizes are not suggested for home worship. I have seen some devotees, they boldly keep big deities. They have even shalagrams at their house. But the point is they should maintain a very good standard, very high standard. With small children, with young ladies in the house, maintaining a very big standard is very, very difficult. then they will end up with seva aparadh. That's why it is said that this Kali Yuga is only Nama Sankirtan. So chanting the holy name of the Lord is the most important devotional service for mainly for Kali Yuga people. The temple standards are very, very high, which temple can maintain? Because if one pujari is not there, there are some 3-4 pujaris to do the service. But in a house, pujari clean one and all is the woman. That's why we repeatedly say that with the young couples, I definitely say that if you have children, if you are young, so better not to have. This is only chanting yoga. Yoga dharma is chanting, so better you don't keep deities. If you keep deities, then the small deity will come. No, the children will come. Then how will you serve the children? So chanting is very important. Chanting and hearing is very important, which can be done even in periods time. Deity worship as rules and regulations. So women's deity worship, that's why women cannot become pujaris. Pujari service can never be stopped, right? You see in all over the world, everywhere the pujaris are men. Huh? Why? Because women have need to, anytime women can go out of the service, anytime. And women are supposed to get pregnant and have delivery time, child rearing time. Such things are there. And such things are there, she cannot committedly do deity worship, right? She cannot even become, that's why she cannot become a brahmachari, she cannot become a sannyasi, she cannot become a pujari, she cannot become a guru also. This is also another reason. And this time is a resting time. For a sannyasi, brahmachari, vanaprastha, there is no resting time. For a guru, can a women guru says, oh, 3 days I am off from my guru's duty? Guru is always a guru. Right? 3 days. Oh. Recently, I met one very senior devotee Mataji, and she was saying, if women guru is there, then we will be very comfortable. We can be. How it is possible for a woman to become a guru? For a woman, guru is a husband. If she wants to very closely say something, that the husband is the first guru. Then the husband can say that internal things to the guru. Why such things exist? I was thinking that Mataji has no knowledge. Because can a guru says that 3 days I am off from service? Can a guru say like that? Guru is always guru, right? That's why these services are not given to women. Why not we accept that? Because this is our nature. This is naturally given to women, and we accept it and go ahead. And instead fighting for rights, we have seen that in Kerala, they want to go to Ayyappa temple, women were fighting and they were fighting. But that system is there. Why don't you accept? You see, you go to so many other temples in the world, no? They wanted to create some religious confusions, some fightings, so the women are fighting. It is mentioned that especially in Kerala, the temple is only for men and women without periods. Women who is very young or very old can go there. So when a system is there, why do you want to disturb that? You keep your bhakti inside, you worship Ayyappa in the house, no? Why do you want to go there? There are hundreds and thousands of temples around the world. You go there, do your bhakti there. Why you are fighting? There they want to show that we women are equal, women are equal. Women are not equal, no. Because this makes the women remain humble. This makes the women to be inside. we are seeing no in the world that women driving trucks, big trucks, aeroplane, and doing, they are in military, they are in police, but very, very uncomfortable situation. Very uncomfortable for women, right? Especially periods is like, it's very painful and very disgusting. We don't like, right? Anybody likes that you are in periods, but still, this is nature and this cycle we have to undergo. So we are accepting it, but fighting for it is not good. So the modern women at any time, I don't know how they are able to wear jeans, tight jeans pant, tight dresses. It's very difficult, practically. So, but we devotee women understand that, and we rest on the 3 days, don't touch anything, and as much as possible, relax the mind. In this time, mind should be very relaxed. The whole health package comes here only. So that time, so best is be at home, relax your mind. You can chant more rounds, take rest. As much as possible, this should be your program. If not, comes, you put another standard as your standard. If not, what will happen? Okay, keep another standard. Okay, I will follow. Or if you can, if you can take at least, if it is 3 days, 4 days, if you take at least one day off, the heavy day, you can say that today at least let me take off and take complete rest. Mainly, the system is given mainly to give a rest to the woman, because women also work physically a lot. So to give her some rest also, this system was there. So that's why we follow all these things. And many, they don't understand, and many women nowadays don't follow anything. Don't follow anything. They come and mix, especially even in temple, they come just like that. They see everything, they touch and everything, and they contaminate everything. They come to the temple with open air. This keeping the air loose is also big contamination. Big contamination. So we should change. At least we should, if we know, then we can preach to others also. This is very good for health. This is very good for mind. This is a very, very safe situation for women. When she goes out in this uncomfortable time, travel or go to work, I don't know. So as much as possible, we follow these rules and get benefits. So, but chanting is there. We can chant. And instead of nowadays, we have this, we need not touch Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, but we can read through. Now we have computer and mobile phones. After the period is over, put the mobile phone in water and dip it. That cannot be done. So make a small sprinkling, but we cannot dip the mobile phone or computer in the water. Just we can sprinkle some water, and then we cannot be too fanatic also. As much as possible, we are not touching Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, but we can sprinkle little water and then use them. Grantha Bhagavan, right? So around the house, one can use cow urine or Ganga water or cow dung mixed with water, and then we can sprinkle, or turmeric water. These remedies can be done, and you have a standard in your house, whichever is possible for you, and then follow it. Train your husband in simple cooking, morning and evening. He can come and make some khichdi in the morning. In the evening, he can make some rasam rice or yogurt rice or something which is easy, can be done quickly. that way also you can do it. But even that, if we cannot do, then only women have to do. And at least for 1 or 2 days, one should be away from cooking. Cooking and cleaning are heavy works. Heavy works. Now I invite your questions and comments. Hare Krishna. I spoke as much as, but I didn't quote this verse. This is given in Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, or Ditveda. And in such quotings are there, which came in that power of inspiration group. But these are all on the basis of Shastra only. So we Indians should follow. We are not asking questions, why this, why that. I have answered, because this is to give the women rest, enough rest. And this is very contaminating, both subtle and physical. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Rekha Mataji.
Recent Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranamam. Last week I had been to Bhadrachalam. There is one small place, Parnashala, nearby nearby the temple. It is a few minutes away from the temple. That is the place where Sita and Rama, when in the exile time, they were staying there. There is another small place. They took us there. There they told that Sita Devi used to stay here every month for 5 days. And Rama also used to come and stay with her. It seems there is a small place and that rock has been gone depth, because Sita and Rama used to play Kuliyampadi. What is it? Pallanguli. They used to play, it seems. Sita Devi used to take bath in that small pond, it seems. So all this they mentioned there. That means even Sita also had all these issues. They were also separately following everything. So I just wanted to share this a bit.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I don't know how she managed in Lanka with Ravana.
She must have given facility, right?
Facility.
She was given women assistance.
Trijate.
No, so she had.
Trijate was assisting her, I think.
So
Vibhishana's daughter.
She was having servants, like, the Rakshasis were there around for helping her.
I really, I used to feel that how Draupadi and Sita used to.
Draupadi was also in the separated room when she was
exile.
No. In that, exile also. When Dushasana was bringing her to the court, she was under periods.
3rd day. Yes, she was under periods. Yes.
So that's why she was telling, don't do this with me.
Yes.
That was the greatest sin they made. It was a great offense.
Offense
they did. That's why the whole dynasty, because everybody kept quiet, no?
Yes.
Everybody. Dronacharya had to die. Bhishma Pitama had to die. So all because they were kept quiet. They kept quiet.
Yes.
When they disturbed Draupadi like this, when they troubled.
Yes. And one more point, Mataji, nowadays this uterus removal has become very common in the early age only. That is because ladies are not taking care of the periods time properly, as you said, cleanliness, everything, and the
usage of these napkins. Because it has chemicals, so the chemicals inside and spoil the uterus. And also one more problem is they sit with cross leg. When they sit in the chair, the women sit cross leg. In olden days, it is said that it is not respectful. Putting the leg on the leg, it is. They said it is not respectful, but it is also bad for health.
Correct.
And they don't take center partition. Center partition, it is good religiously also, health-wise also. If you take central partition, your uterus health will be maintained because the Simanta Rekha is going on here. See, during Simanta, so they use Parkupin, that, what do you say, that thorn. Parkupin has a thorny skin, right? They have that Parkupin thorn, and then they do it small, not very strongly.
Okay.
They do it point here to give a good health to the women. If you
Okay.
see, I underwent the Simanta with the Stri Vaishnava style Simanta, because I heard about this, and then I invited them to a normal Valikapu. You also came, I remember. But
Yeah.
Simanta, I did with the Stri Vaishnava devotees. They
Okay.
came and they did, and also they do one thing called, there is a milk from a banyan tree. And then they put it, it is a very good antiseptic or very good immunity. It gives immune power to the women. They put it in the nose. They put a few drops of that, and then that gives you immune power. And this is with, along with the religious rituals and health benefits.
Correct.
So
even Mallipu Jade they put in the pregnancy, because that is also one that Mallipu smell is also one antibiotic to the body or something, they say.
Glass bangles. Last week also I told glass bangles are very good for health.
Yes.
So at least 1 or 2 bangles we should wear.
Yes.
When the glass bangle becomes old or it loses its positive power, it will break. Then you change it. Don't worry. Many women get attached. Oh, what happens? Like, don't get attached. Don't get fear. When it becomes old, it will break. Then you change it.
Right.
Glass bangle is a must. And these have health benefits behind. As you said, the uterine removal is very, very common because of all these things. Because if a menstruating woman touches so much cold water, so much play in the cold thing, then her health will definitely get affected. That's why they say no bathing also. Ayurveda says you are not supposed to take bath during periods. If you don't take bath during periods, then you are already contaminated. Then normally also, if we don't take bath, we cannot go to kitchen.
Yes.
So better 3 days, if you can maintain this one, it is good for your health. The family members are very cooperative and some helper is there for you, then you better don't take bath 3 days. Keep yourself in one corner and then take rest.
That's how my aunts used to be in Mataji when I was a small kid. My mom's sisters, they used to be like this one. They never used to take bath. There's aloof bathroom for them separately, separate plate, everything separately for them. They used to just give some food in the plate, time food. They'll eat and simply sit in one place. That's it. So that used to be very nice, actually, that life.
Yeah, but now because we have become a nuclear family, modern life, but at least I suggest don't do head bath because it is very cooling. Very cooling is not good for a woman's health. So a question arises, if we are in the cold country places, like North India, one Brahmin Mataji, she went to North India. Brahmin lady, not Mataji. She was my husband's colleague. And she said, and her mother-in-law and family members harassed her. Like in Delhi and all, you cannot, it's a very high cold. For South Indians, imagine Delhi side cold. It's very horrible. There is no heater. In Indian system, where do we have heaters?
Yes.
So she found it very difficult. They told her to sleep on the floor. They told her that she cannot touch anything, use anything. Then she said, from that onwards, I started lying that I used to have periods. I don't tell them. I don't tell them. That stupidity should not be there. One should, if that much you are good, okay, this is good. But you make sure that she is having everything separately for periods time.
Yes. Yes.
because the quilt should be so thick that cannot be washed. Even if you wash, it won't get dry.
Yeah. Exactly.
So practically also we should see. Yeah, women
Right.
also. I have seen
Few
one.
times.
Uh,
Few times practically we have to see, and we have
in
to.
cold countries, if you cannot, how can you wash? How will you
Yes.
wash the thick quilts? In Western countries, you have heaters everywhere.
Yeah.
So no problem. You can put a small mattress down and sleep down. But in India, how will you manage these things? If they are rich, they can have a room heater. Room heater cost very high electricity bill. If they are
Oh.
lower middle and in Mayapur also we use room heaters when in extreme colds, that too in the night, not in the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
2 months are very heavy here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
January means it starts in the end of December, January full, and
Mm-hmm.
then February also. February end, it becomes, starts little bit
Mm-hmm.
warmer. So December, January, February, we can say that it's tough time, but we use room heaters in the night.
Mm-hmm.
So bill comes, electricity bill is very high. So according to time, place, circumstances also we should see. If we are too fanatic, what to do then? Or if you can afford, no problem. You afford, separate everything. During
Mm-hmm.
only for period time, separately keep some things and then fold them and keep somewhere and then use it next month, like that. And I also see that they don't even touch children, but I have seen that children are they in the hot season you can remove their clothes and that you
Yeah.
right.
Nylon cloths.
No,
Nylon cloths
the
are
children
touched.
are removed. Small babies, they don't wear dress and
Yes.
then they touch the mother. Like that, some adjustments were made. So we have to find a good standard for
Mm.
ourselves and
Mm.
follow this. Hare Krishna.
Right. Hare Krishna.
So anyone has doubts in this? Any practical problem you face? Or you're all following, keeping quiet? Everyone is keeping quiet. Any challenges you face? Do you agree that you will not use sanitary napkins? You will try to use homemade? Huh? Sunita, you are convinced?
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Are you okay with the class? What is your
Yes,
opinion?
yes, Mataji.
Yes.
That 3 days I used to take, 2 days I used to take rest, Mataji, of
Rest.
heavy bleeding.
Ah.
My mother used to tell, lie down, don't lift anything heavy because lower back disc they get problem, Mataji, in
Yeah,
future.
yeah.
So she used to tell me eat more ghee and steamed all these items, ragi, jawar,
Yeah.
not so rich food, high calories. That all she used to tell me.
Urad dal alwa is very good for health. Urad dal alwa
Yes,
made out of sesame oil.
yes, Mataji.
Sesame oil is very good for back strength and also women's health. So sesame oil, with sesame oil, if you make urad dal alwa, that is very good.
We used to eat steam jawar, Mataji, mudde.
Oh,
And
okay.
with
Very
ghee we
nice.
used to eat, Mataji, turmeric little bit and ghee.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Nowadays cotton this also are coming, Mataji.
Cotton
But
napkins.
washables they are coming, Mataji.
Okay, reusable ones. That is,
Yes, Mataji.
yeah. So now that you people use, don't use the napkins.
Yes, Mataji.
Shraddha Mataji, how do you train your daughter?
Mataji, pads, yeah, practically it's very difficult because my daughter, she has to go to college. No, you can't bunk on these days.
Yeah.
So,
What?
because you can, if homemade and all, it leaks and something happens, that they'll be gone out for 8
Homemade.
hours,
Ah,
like that. No,
yeah.
it's
No,
not easy.
she can change, right? Bathrooms will be there,
Yeah,
toilets will be there.
but it becomes difficult.
Hmm.
So that I have to really see how to do. But I usually Prabhu cooks when I am off.
Oh,
But he doesn't have the patience to clean.
oh,
He will offer and go.
that is good. Okay.
Offer
And
and go.
if he cooks, then you can clean, then he can sprinkle water over the utensils.
Yeah, so that is what we are following. But other things like washing clothes, like drying them and all, he doesn't have the time.
You can do that. Because,
Yeah.
once it is washed, it is still with water, you can dry them. But once it is dry, you are not supposed to touch it.
Yeah, but that we are not able to follow because
Follow.
nobody else has the time or ability to do it. My mother-in-law is too old. Prabhu doesn't have the time
Yeah.
folding and all. So we are trying our best.
To follow the little whatever standard can be followed.
We are doing.
Cooking is very nice.
Yeah.
Because cooking, if he does it, it's very good. Very,
He
very.
does. His daughter, if she has time, she does. Both of them manage some more simple things only.
Yeah, simple is okay.
But he doesn't remember. So every time I have to stand and
Until, oh,
instructions.
nice.
Mhm.
They should also survive in our absence.
Yeah,
You
but
should train them
whatever we say, we will again forget. So next time, same item, you have to give same
yeah, because
instructions.
they are not meant for cooking, no.
Right, he is not very comfortable. So, but at least he is doing this much.
If you know in advance, you can make dosa batter and keep. Okay, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I may get, so you can keep some ready-made powders. If you make puliora powder or some other chutney powders, rice can be done, and then with the dahi rice, and you can use all these things, papad and.
Mataji, one question though, because I'm 46, Mataji.
Mm.
So soon, like menopause time is coming. So recently, what is happening? Bleeding stops.
Mm.
But for next 2-3 days, any time during the day, I get little this thing.
That can be, it's okay.
Say
If
like
it is
when come.
little is okay. Like, then you wash and become clean. Because for little and all, if you calculate 1 or 2 drops, that's okay. Not continuous flow.
More also nowadays it's unpredictable basically.
It happens like that during end time.
So I don't know what to do because sometimes I realize, sometimes we don't realize we are doing services.
Oh.
So I don't know, like, but we can't stop also. Like 3 days itself is difficult for Prabhu to manage. I can't tell him 6 days you do or 7 days you do.
Yeah, that's okay. Then, you remain clean, like, you go to bathroom and clean properly and wash it with soap and what to do. Use a turmeric. Use that kasturi turmeric is very good for ladies. You use that, don't use soap.
Okay.
Small drops and all, if we calculate it, then, we should be away always. That's okay.
Yeah, but sometimes offense also happens, like without realizing we'll be doing some service and not in temple, at home only.
Yeah, house is okay. House, what can we do? That's why we repeatedly say that we should not have a high deities like, some have Radha, Krishna, Salagram, Narsimadev. So better is that's why we always say that, or if you have some alternative pujari, then okay. I have seen in one house, they have Shalagram and the altar is always closed. They do puja and close it. Altar should not be always closed. In the afternoons, we close and then open. Lit the lamp and open. In the night we close, that's all. But always closed means what? Lord is always closed. Because they have sonogram, and then they think that if the maids may have periods. See, we have periods, and also the maids' problem is there. Maids have periods. And some here in Mayapur, the maids who are having periods, they take off for 3 days. Already they take off for every weekend, Sunday, plus 3 days in the periods time. So like that. So small negligible things, okay, but not in the temple. So any other question? Okay, sir. Then we will see next week. You please.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
Hare Krishna.
प्रणाम
Pranam Mata.
माता जी। माता जी जैसे कल मेरा क्लास है, अभी प्रेयर्स चल रहा है, तो गीता का क्लास है, तो मुझे तो गीता तो टच करना ही पड़ेंगे क्लास लेने के लिए।
क्लास आप दे रहे हैं
हाँ
माता जी लोगों को?
हाँ। इस टाइम क्या कर सकते हैं?
I invite devotees to give solution. क्या कर सकते हैं? Because the devotees go for this thing also, like deity worship course. They go for Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhav. What to do? Then you read in computer. You can read in computer.
हाँ वो कर सकते हैं।
That you do, no?
That is what I do, Mataji. When I have class,
Ah,
I am off, I read from mobile or from tablet or something.
ऐसा करिए ना,
हम्म।
कंप्यूटर में, मोबाइल में पढ़िए।
अच्छा माता जी, ठीक है।
ठीक है, हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
हिंदी में होगा? आप हिंदी में पढ़ते हैं? बंगाली में?
नहीं, बंगाली माता जी।
बंगाली में कंप्यूटर में आएगा?
एक्चुअली क्लास लेती हूँ हिंदी में,
हाँ,
मगर मेरा लैंग्वेज है बंगाली।
ठीक है। मगर आपको बंगाली हिंदी में है कंप्यूटर में?
हाँ हाँ, नहीं है, मैं डाउनलोड कर
डाउनलोड
लूंगी।
कर सकते हैं,
हाँ हाँ
डाउनलोड
हाँ,
कर सकते
कर
हैं।
लेंगी। हाँ।
आप डाउनलोड कीजिए।
जैसे कल मैं भीष्म पंचक की थी तो कल फंस गई थी। कल लास्ट डे कब थे? कल ही थे ना? हाँ, उद्यापन काल थे। हाँ, कल फर्स्ट डे था मेरा। सुबह में वो मंगल आरती, उसके बाद दामोदर आरती फिनिश्ड, 4 माला जॉब किए और पीरियड स्टार्ट। फिर क्या करे, भीष्म पंचक कैसे कंप्लीट करे? फिर मेरे प्रभु जी को थोड़ा बोली मेरे लिए तर्पण कर देने के लिए, उन्होंने कर दिए।
हाँ,
उसके बाद इवनिंग में मैं सर से बात की, मतलब धोना पड़ा मुझे, क्या करूँ कल। फिर धो के
हाँ।
वो,
चांद दे के आप
हाँ,
बस।
नहाना पड़ा ना, लास्ट डे था ना, इसलिए वो मम्मी लोग बोले नाखून काट के फिर नहाना पड़ता है। जो 5 डेज हम लोग साबुन वगैरह जो यूज नहीं किए,
हाँ,
वो यूज करके फिर नहा के फिर पारण करना है
ओके।
चंद्रमा को देख के। तो कल मुझे सर से नहाना पड़ा। फिर मेरे प्रभु जी आए, उनको वही पारण का मंत्र वो जल अर्पण कर दिए, मैं सिर्फ बोल दी। उसके बाद प्रभु जी कुकिंग कर दिए कल, और ऑफर करके मैं पाई। मगर हर दिन माता जी पॉसिबल नहीं है प्रभु जी का
कुकिंग
कुकिंग,
करना।
क्योंकि 8:30 को वो निकल जाते हैं। उसके
हाँ,
पहले अर्चन, उसके पहले, और 6:30 के शाम को 6:30 आते हैं।
ओ,
तो इतना
पॉसिबल नहीं है। ठीक
रोटी
है,
सब्जी लेके जाते हैं, राइस खा जाते हैं, तो उतना ज्यादा कुकिंग वो
वो
नहीं
नहीं
कर
कर।
पाएंगे। फिर अर्चन भी है, मंगल आरती है, सब कुछ है ना, तो दोनों तरफ संभालना थोड़ा पॉसिबल नहीं है।
ठीक
तो
है, आप कुकिंग करो,
हम्म।
पर सिर स्नान मत करो।
नहीं, मैं क्या करती हूँ,
नॉर्मल
हाँ, मतलब हाँ, बॉडी
नॉर्मल
स्नान।
स्नान
हाँ
करके,
हाँ,
बॉडी स्नान करके
2
कुकिंग
टाइम कर लेती हूँ। क्या
कर।
करूँ, इवनिंग में भी तो नहा के ही करना पड़ेगा।
और गर्म पानी में स्नान करना। ठंडे पानी में नहीं, गर्म
हाँ।
पानी में स्नान करके
हाँ, फिर आफ्टर जब पीरियड हो जाता है तो मैं बेडशीट वगैरह जितना है सब कुछ धो देती
धो
हूँ।
लेना। हाँ,
हाँ, सब
धो
कुछ।
लीजिए।
पॉसिबल नहीं है माता जी, तो क्या करें।
नहीं नहीं, वही तो, पूरा घर में हल्दी का पानी, गंगा का जल, अदरवाइज गोमूत्र स्प्रिंकल करिए।
हाँ हाँ, मैं कर देती हूँ माता जी वो।
वो स्प्रिंकल करना इससे पवित्र हो जाता है।
हाँ, वो कर देती हूँ सब कुछ। आज भी किए पूरा गंगा पानी से।
ठीक।
हरे कृष्ण माता
हरे
जी।
कृष्णा, thank you. Any other, anyone? You understood everything? Yeah. No doubts? Okay. Okay, see you next week. With continuing with Stri Dharma Paddhati, we have some other issues to point out. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpadarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo.
Hare Krishna.
you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.